Hello, good evening, everyone. I will begin in a couple of minutes. Yeah, some planned construction is going on in my neighborhood, so it might be a little bit noisy. I'll try to mute if there's too much noise. Great. Uh, yeah, some tips and tricks while working I'll of course provide, and soon we'll be starting with all the money making stuff, actual money making stuff, not just vibe coding. BSF and just expecting money, right? Real world. So what I'm building in the real world, I'll also show some of the trade secrets, not all, but yeah, some of them. Okay. Hey, Kerry Jenkins, hello. Okay, great. Okay, great. We'll start then. Daily build with Claude. Okay. Again, those of maybe joining for the first time. So yeah, our mission: build with community and earn with community. Okay. So let's start with one of the things as well, right? We all know that we all know that if you put BS into prompts or anything, you will get BS out as well, right? So it's not, there's I think 2 or 3 days back there were new SWE benchmark where all this codings, yeah, I'm not even sure how this is possible. They could score zero. Let's check this. Oh, not this. 1 week back, yeah. I think there's problem with benchmark, but still they are not good. Then only two possibilities, right? Got code Cloud Opus 4.7, Gemini 3.1 Pro. Okay, and others score 0% on new SWE benchmark, right? Let's see the benchmark. I'm not sure if they have. Wow, they have also moved to paid one. Yeah, the report that major models scored 0% refers a new, more challenging benchmark called Program Bench. Okay, developed by researchers at Meta, Harvard, Stanford. There might be some foul play as well here. Might be they are afraid that non-coders are catching up to the coders in building vibe coding apps only, right? Not the actual apps that are making money. But seems like Meta, Harvard, and Stanford, so there won't be any foul play here. Okay, Facebook research, so that is then good, right? But how come they can only score 0%? That's They have a paper as well, if I'm not wrong. Yeah. Can language model rebuild programs from scratch? I wouldn't say from scratch completely as well, right? Let's see their website. Okay, I'll just keep this mic here. Okay, Claude ICC means it's like, I would say, methodology, or I would say the general principle. I also follow, like some others, you know, things. Of course, there's a lot of more steps, but if you don't put, these three are, I would say, the main one, or you can expect, to get a result what you wanted, right? If you put some thought and some time into writing this, or just giving clear instruction. Of course, instructions, constraint, context, so order doesn't matter here. So instruction, of course, you are giving, right? But you are giving, let's say, make a marketing app something. So right, that is a total BS. So instruction like your app, your tech stack, yeah, and what you are developing, what features actually you want in an MVP. Then uh, in MVP as well, how would you like the deployment? You want to test it, how you want to test it? You want unit test or you want every function test, everything, right? Then constant, of course, like constant, like like yesterday also. So constant, like do not do this, do not limitations. Constant would be the limitations here. Let's say if you are doing in the plan mode, so just write it that as well, right? Do not edit any file, or do not try to make any file, new file, something, right? You are in plan mode and I just want planning, and don't go above and beyond what you are expected currently in these steps, because it's a waste of tokens as well, and it's a waste of time and resources, right? And context, that you can attach any images like app you want, the UI context, you want any reference materials like website or something, like we attach some of the GitHub repos. And context could be much more than that, right? You are attaching in maybe projects, your Google Drives, and your where your files lives, right? Maybe on a desktop or your workspace, so on. That context could be any, and there's no limit to context, of course. And yeah, so that was my point here. Okay. Wow. Okay, then what will be, will be just continuing over developing this, and then we'll do everything else as well. Okay. Uh, let they put us scale here. Dot slash. Okay. Program bench can language model from scratch. Given only a compiled binary and its documentation, agent must architect and implement a complete code base that reproduces original programmer's behavior. Okay, original programmer, you want original programmer that is giving instructions, or you are saying original programmer that has developed the application and maybe the initial application the model was trained on? In this, I would say, of course, the benchmark is there. So this would be the user, original programmer's behavior. That is a term, I think, that would be there. Okay. Meta Super Intelligence Lab, Stanford University, Harvard University. Okay, leaderboard. Evaluate with mini SW agent 200 task. Okay, let's see the extended results as well. Okay, first let's see. Okay, GPT 5.5. I haven't used. That is giving almost 13% instances where agent solution solve greater than 95% of the behaviors test. Okay, resolved. What is this? Number of fully resolved instances as measured by the hidden behavior test. Note that behavioral test can never cover all possible inputs, of course. The behavioral tests of programs can easily be extended and should provide any false positive or eyes. Okay, 0.5, that is crazy. Wow, API cost is also very high, of course. It's GPT 5.5. Let's see Opus. Yeah, see, Anthropic's cost will always be higher than OpenAI. Whatever you do doesn't matter. Okay, great. Okay, and in couple of days, I'm also going to put a public banner over LinkedIn that every day I'm going live. So we'll go live because currently I'm, developing some things here like with you all, and then we'll go to LinkedIn as well. But yeah, I want to have everything on YouTube because it's then stored as well, and others can watch it, rewatch it. On LinkedIn also you can rewatch it, but it gets lost because it's not a video platform, of course. So simultaneously, I will be doing this, or maybe to get more viewers from my community on over LinkedIn, then I'll do this. Okay, just give me a minute. Percentage of instances fully resolved as measured by hidden behavioral tests. So yeah, behavioral tests are hidden. So I'm pretty sure why there's language go RSRS. What is this then score? Yeah, they should also have behavioral tests somewhere written, maybe in the paper. And cost here is crazy. What do you think the feature would be, right? All the developers would be spending 80% of their revenue over the API cost as well, right? No one is going to develop, and maybe companies also going to slash the packages because they're spending more on API keys than the developer itself. Yeah, crazy to think about, what can happen or what would this ultimate solution. Okay, I'm going to keep there's a little bit background noise, so I'm going to keep the volume down so that you don't hear that. But let me know if you are able to hear what I'm saying. Hello, hello. So I increase the volume a little bit later, or I'll just increase it a little bit right now. I hope that you are able to hear this. I'll keep the mic a little bit closer till the response is there. Okay. Okay. Oh, Gemini is. Its on it is not the bad that right Opus, and it's almost GPT-5 level, and it's costing way less. Then Sonnet is much better. Our major focus limiting tasks such as fixed or single bug developing single. Okay. High level architecture decisions. Yeah, then definitely it's not for vibe coding app, of course, because there's no high level architecture decisions to be made. Therefore, introduce a program bench to measure ability for software engineering agent to develop software holistically. That is okay. In program bench, given only a program and its documentation, agent must okay in its documentation. Okay, agent must architect and implement the code base that matches the reference executable. Behavior end-to-end behavioral tests are generated by agents-driven fuzzing, enabling evaluation without prescribing implementation structure. Our 200 tasks range from compact CLI tools to widely used software such as FPMEG, SQLite, PHP, interpreter PHP. PHP has lost a lot of popularity, right? We evaluate 9 LMs and find out that none fully resolve any task. The best model passing 95% of tests and only 3% of task. Model favor monolithic single file implementation that derive sharply from human written code. Humans are also writing code or deriving code from somewhere, right? No one is writing from scratch or remember all the code if they're actually developing software, right? Yeah, some feature as they go on, but not. Cannot download this. MDOS invoke binary talks output behavior SW agent. Is there a possibility that agent they have developed from scratch, or are they using CLI, right? So like an crowd code they have used or not? Okay. Okay, let's head back to tray. What is this X high? I'll set Haiku here. Three file committed and push foundation files guide file language lab. So explain. Okay, v1 I'm going to create it from here, not here, because I want to track the cost as well. You can tag with your panel as well, but I like here. Oh man, this was slash command. Ask me anything. Okay. Let me just check if there is any question. Let me first understand the current state of repository, then design what's still needed. Thank you. How do I put terminal here? I'm not sure in this. If I do this, I don't want any file span right now. Okay. Done already. Missing in. Okay, it doesn't have context, right? Next year has so wide React other. Next year photo is fine. Fast again next year SAS. Next year SAS I'm going to put submit. So you answer. Submit answers. I like this one better. CLI always. I'm going to create a CLI app as well in short while. That is almost going to look like Cloud Desktop, but if you want to use API, you can. I don't like this chat interface. I like this one much better. Should the website live inside this repo as web directory or separate repository? Inside this repo is fine. It's going to complicate things, but right away it's fine. Okay, great. Okay, let's then select. Now we see the UI that it's going to serve a purpose. We don't require any of this. We are not using dashboard, but we require some this. Okay, this is around it. Color you can change, but there are limited options. That's going to be a challenge. Then orange I'll pick. Red is looking too pink. Purple. No, I don't like this. See, they have directly open in cloudlets. Okay. Okay, card animation is also very subtle and good. Cancel is required. Checkbox. Okay, this is good. Command and maybe the settings option. Direct drawer. This is also good. Input we don't require in claudient website. Menu of course would be there. Contacts. Hello, those who joined maybe right now. So we just to recap, we are developing a claudient with Claude. Claudient is not a tool, it's a knowledge system. Progress we don't require. Popover. Okay, popover is good. There's 4 or 5 level of animation. Good. Tooltip could be improved. Okay, great. Let me pick up the volume if we are not able to hear it. Yeah, I think that's good. Good, I have a clear picture now. Let me check a couple of more things. Okay, got it. Website, Next.js, Retro UI, CN plus Tailwind. Okay. Allow backend, yes. Subagents were blocked on permission. I'll create all the content directly myself. Starting directory structure. Why this was blocked? Skills backend Python fast API. I hope it knows. If you're making in English. WindSurf I used to use earlier when it was something else. Name was something else, right? After I turned to WindSurf, I stopped using it. I don't know why. There was some reason. I'm pretty sure. What was the WindSurf name? Yeah, Codium. Codium. Why there are so many leak system prompts? I think that person's work was, and this is the copy. What is this? Zero. Okay. If it were 100% true and system prompts, then these company would have been wound up right now, right? Bold or that what was lovable. But yeah, I think lovable and bold would be running in a long term, because the people who don't know code are going to use them and spend money and thinking that they can make money from that, developed on that. The world is still V0, never gained so popularity. Replit is also, trend is dying down. Publicity is almost pathetic right now. Even in their answers and everything, it's has degraded quality. Not sure what is happening. The system prompt. Mistral is doing good. Madness is of course doing good. Devin, I haven't checked this in a long time. Cursor is of course top. Seal and Brave. Oh, Brave agent, that Brave browser agent, I think. And Anthropic is this. Bolt is also have seen in couple of months. No one is talking about Bolt.t. Not sure why. But yeah, I think lovable interface and interaction was so easy that all the people who think they don't know code and they can develop and make money out of application. Yeah, some people do of course, but that would be in top 2 or 3%, right? No, on the YouTube you see most of them never made money, those who don't know code. But yeah, they tell you about it. But of course, top 2 to 3% are the one that always tell you, you can make money if you don't know code as well. With this apps developed, this vibe code app, I would say, not apps, just developed over Bolt or Laravel. But there are always exceptions and there's always outliers, right? So don't hate me for saying this. So maybe they have put that, that leaked. What is happening with? I translated everything. I want everything. I'm not using subagents or anything here to develop this. Claudient at least. In other apps I will be. Okay. will develop with Hermes agent very soon. I'm just experimenting as well with Hermes. Some of the guides are good over YouTube for Hermes and some of them are total BS. So I'll maybe make a long form video as well for every one of you. But yeah, I'm currently doing, I know video editing, but I'm currently working on uh, some templates for my workflow over the editing with DaVinci Resolve, and only DaVinci Resolve, my go-to video editor. So as soon that is there and I gain more skills in video editing, I'll start with the long form video as well pretty soon, within the next week or something, before this month ends. I hope so. I think there is some. I'm not using Opus for developing it, otherwise it's not useful in developing, I would say, because we are not, our target is not making money from claudient right now, right? So I'm not using Opus module, if anyone was wondering. Okay, let's see it. Okay, all right, I'm seeing okay so many times that Android phones are starting up. All right, I will start saying all right. All right, there was a Wi-Fi light there. It was scheduled to turn off, so that's why. You want to proceed? Okay, carry claudient link. Yeah, very simple. github.com claudient. Do they allow link in YouTube chats or not? They do. That's great. Okay, I think there's some I'm not putting auto edits or auto permission for everything and anything and everything, because sometimes it doesn't required, or sometimes it does things that I don't want. So I'll just read and accept what it can do every time and what it can do just for right now. Why I'm putting, anytime it wants to edit from this retro UI is because it's we're going to actually develop from that uh, UI library, so that's why. Okay, let's look some of the repository meanwhile it's developing. I'll just close this session then. It's of no use, right? I'll just compact everything. It has generated plugin files, agents, core architecture, MD, security review, examples. Okay, NVNM, how to use for free. Cloud code, okay. We'll have a, I'll have a video, not will I. Super Cloud. Yeah, if you just write free over your repo. This is BS. JRCon has gone 21,000. He's a YouTuber as well. Okay. Prompt for planning with vocal pattern behind 2 billion acquisition. Okay. Planning with file work like madness. This seems interesting. Scientific agent skills. Internet MCP. Yeah, where is an internet right now? Mobile client for cloud. Okay. Sub to API. Sub agent specialize. Yes, run it on localhost 3000. Not bad for this first iteration, right? Okay, it's generating or translating in other languages as well what we require. Okay, that's interesting. Press enter to view. I want to go to the translation, man. Mm. Just don't change the UI currently, just the color inspiration. And if you can't change, then use shade of orange, which is available in retro UI. Don't think so gradient would work here because retro UI also have some limitations. It's not running on dev server. related to that. let's wait for translation. And for agent still running. For local agent still running. Okay. Let's see this session how much it's going to cost. Okay, not bad. I don't want this, right? I think it's 1.5 hours we have been live. So maybe a couple of minutes. Let's complete the translation. Then maybe we'll close for today. Any question, anyone? Feel free to reach out to me. Best option would be on over LinkedIn, because almost 24 hours I'm active on that, if not even active. So, but yeah, I wouldn't say 24 hours, but yeah, more than 60. Every waking hour I'm active on LinkedIn. Okay. think it's going to take a little bit longer. I'm going to kill the terminal here. Okay, I believe we are done with language pushing. I'll just check once again. Yeah, my previous record was 404 days. npm run dev. This gradient. Let me open here the local host. I think just on the repo only it just translated. On the website it's still require. Yeah. links. There is no routing to the translated file. Context exists on disk but not on the web. And then what the f we were doing, right? Workflows and hooks are remaining. Okay, let me see if it's worth it to refactor right now. Otherwise, we'll do it next day or some other day. Uh, if it's going to take time, we'll just close today's session. Yep, because I have to prepare dinner as well. How's Sabrina's website doing? Agent Sabrina.dev. I made this type of application when she developed this. The agents were that didn't gain popularity or not required, I would say right now. What's your opinion? Does it look like, very well thought out or very not very well thought out website? I want to make aesthetically pleasing and not make complicated ones, right? So that's why I wanted to do that. But some people will love it, some people will not, some people will definitely hate it, some people don't care. Okay, let's take a screenshot for the course, because I will be then making a video, long form video, and there I will show in the hook section like the cost I will incurred over developing. So that's why I will like to take a screenshot. Okay. Okay, let me take a screenshot before I forget. Okay, then see you tomorrow. We'll begin. And okay, $18, that not too bad for this loving this. Okay, see you tomorrow. It's not going to work. I killed the. Yeah, I think it's okay. I wouldn't say this is the one I wanted, but yeah. Okay, bye.